Okay, here goes. First video, I'm documenting my process of becoming a true entrepreneur. So I'm gonna go into a little bit of what I've been doing and how I'm feeling today. I don't look great, but I'm gonna come at you just as I am because this is the process. This is real. This is me jumping in, sharing the process, and I hope it inspires somebody, and I hope I look back in a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, and I just love seeing the change in me, and hopefully my video content gets better, and hopefully I don't look like a hot mess in every single video I share. Okay, here goes. So I'm Deb. My business is called Seeking Lavender Lane, and it is a blog, and I have been sharing that for 6 years, six plus years now. I like to say more seriously, probably 3 years, maybe 4 years if you want to count the 4 years. So the first 2 years, never counted. Like, just didn't count. Wasn't really a business. And I didn't really start taking my business more seriously until about 2 years ago when I left my job at Kleinfeld Bridal as a bridal consultant. So I did that for about 6.5 years. I worked in bridal. So I started Seeking Lavender Lane because I love decorating, and I just fell in love with this, just like my passion behind it. And I just wanted to document all of it, had no idea what a blog could actually turn into. And I wish I knew it earlier in life because I think it would have turned out a lot better. So here I am, 6+ years later, and I think the light bulb went off. I think the light bulb officially went off, and I'm done with the running my blog like a blog. I think, and I will say probably 2 years ago, I started looking as a business, but not like a business like the business light bulb that went off as of last week after a mentor meeting in Round Top, Texas, with a bunch of unbelievable girl bosses that totally inspired me and made me realize that enough is enough. If I want to go places, I have to start looking at my business like a business, like true business, like declare it. This is my family's business. That also means that I told my husband, even though he works a full-time job and is currently writing a book, that he also is going to really need to help me here and there until I can hire help. And so fortunately, I have a really supportive husband, and I do think that that is very helpful because since day one, we have talked nonstop about just being in a better place and just trusting God and just really believing that the 9 to 5, the mundane tasks of our life was, I just had a coffee and 2 pumpkin biscottis, that this wasn't enough. So thank God for him. I do believe it helps when you have a supportive spouse, and listening to a lot of podcasts recently, I do feel like a lot of them speak on that as well, and I'm so grateful to have that. So where am I at? So this week has been I would say consider it week 1. This is Friday. So as of Monday, I started really putting in the work. Right now, I'm in the process of launching an ebook that I've been writing for the last 8 months. It didn't take me 8 months to write it. It just took me 8 months between writing it, sending it to someone to fix it, then coming back to me and then fixing it again and then sending it back over. And so finally it's done. And now I am in the process of figuring out how to market it. That's one task that I'm after. And also I have this whole idea about my home healing, and it is just an entire, I wanted to write a book on it, but I think I'm starting differently. And I think I'm going to start more so with a group, and I'm just teaching women how to find healing in the home. So as in, I feel like your home can be therapeutic if you make it beautiful, if you make it smell good. And it is all about just the feel of home. So that's number 2. Number 3, starting a membership course on Facebook. And of course, number 4, just keeping up with my blog tasks and really tapping into my readers. Now that I have loyal readers, I want to make them even more loyal. I want to teach them more. I want to be able to really tap into what they're asking me. So that's that. I've also been doing some design business on the side, and I've realized after getting back that I don't want to do it. So I think I can officially say helping people design their homes, I always thought that was going to be something I wanted to do, and it's not. I don't really want to. And I just declared this a little bit ago to my husband, and I said that I believe that I am a selfish decorator. I think I just like decorating my own house, and I think it's okay. So that's why I write a blog, because I can decorate my own house and I can teach people and share with people what I'm doing, and I don't have to step foot into their house. And I think it's okay. I think it's like, it's finally figuring it all out. I think it's just, I like helping people, but I don't like the process of, I just don't like the process of it. So that's good. We could cut that out of my business, and we can now start focusing on what is ahead. So of course I'm in a little bit of a confusing spot because I'm trying to figure out where do I put all my eggs, and that's really tough. I do think the ebook is probably number one because it's finished and it's time to launch it. And if it doesn't go anywhere, it's okay. I feel like I'm okay to fail at things, but at the same time, I also think I really have something good to say in it. And so we're just going to go full force, putting everything into it and seeing where it goes. The membership group, I think, is not going to be that difficult because I feel like I'm taking baby steps at it. I think just getting an insiders page, seeking them really an insiders page and offering them more things and not even feeling like I have to pop in all the time is probably my next focus. And, that I'm also just trying to figure out. And then the third would be the home healing. And that also is going to involve membership groups. So I do feel like my insiders page is going to just be able to open a door for me, give me some insight on how that's all going to work. And so hopefully I will be prepared for that when that happens. So I want to just talk a little bit about today and how the day is going, because it is, it's like been a really crazy day. I think this week my main thing this week has been wake up between 5 and 5:30 a.m., get to bed before 10 a.m., and after 8 p.m., did I say 8 at 10 a.m.? 10 p.m. I meant, I think. Okay. And so after 8 p.m. when the kids go to bed, that is when I also do work. So it's that hustle mode when nobody's here, when everybody's sleeping, and then you don't have mommy tasks, and just to keep working. Just keep working. So I think that's something that I've been failing at a lot, is that I put a time limit on when I stopped working, and I don't mean with Instagram because I'm always on Instagram, but I mean like actually sitting on the computer and doing all the things. So I think I'm starting to feel burnt out because it's Friday, and I had other tasks planned today just to check off a few other things, like stuff that is like a project I'm doing on the blog, and also working with this design job that I took on that I can't wait to finish, because I just feel like it's now taking over time, and even though I'm very appreciative towards it and I love the people that I'm working for, I just feel like it's taking time away from the things that I feel like are now my focus, but they're commitments that I made before I realized this. So today I totally went in a downward spiral, and I don't mean mentally, I mean like all things were working against me. I had all these tasks, all these things planned out, was going to shop for my clients, shop for myself, be able to pick things out for a one-room challenge that I'm about to take on, which is also really necessary because it's good content for my blog, and it's also necessary for my house. So, because our bedroom is a mess. And basically got nothing done. So I'm feeling a little defeated today. So I figured, you know what, let's document this. And I really believe that this is important to document, and hopefully I will pop in once a week and kind of give you guys a little info on what's going on. And hopefully that helps with anyone else who's trying to be a creative entrepreneur and figure out their ways and where their struggles are, what they learned that week, what they got done that week. And so that's kind of why I started this. So what's ahead? So I have a lot ahead, and I'm really excited for it. And I think big goals for next week is getting a video made to market my ebook, and also figuring out how I'm going to market my ebook, because I still don't know. and just getting everything else together. I want to map out my business because I heard that's also a very important key to true entrepreneurship. And that's kind of it, you guys. I'm excited to document this. I feel like this is real. I feel like this is something that is going to be inspiring. And I think also it's just important. One of the things I learned today in a podcast, which is something that I guess you know, but sometimes it's good to hear it out loud. Just to be in business and just to be in motion is like a huge step moving forward. So I'm excited. I am ready to just be a true business owner, and I think I'm just tired of just being like, oh, I'm a blogger and I make scrap money, and wherever God leads me, because I live by faith, not just by my own actions, then I'm open to. If God wants to lead me down to help coaching other people, God wants to lead me down to helping other women, if he wants to lead me to my ebook is all on working with sponsors because it's something I feel strong in my business, then amazing. If it's design work, if it's membership course, wherever, but I'm going to put my best foot forward and I'm going to be in motion. And that's kind of what I've learned this week, is that my mindset has changed and I'm just in motion. I'm doing the things. I'm being disciplined. I'm waking up at 5 a.m., sometimes 5:45. But the clock goes off at 5 a.m., which is big time for me because I wasn't getting up till almost 7 a.m., if not after 7 a.m. some mornings. So getting up, starting the day right, and also working in the evenings, and then not worrying about some of the little things too. I'm trying to do the big things, and I think that's important. So this is week one, and week one of learning to be an entrepreneur. Week one of figuring it out and messing it up and spiraling on a Friday and thinking about some pizza and beer later, because my lunch was also, it was like healing food for me today because I was having a bad day, and I had 2 pumpkin biscottis and a coffee. That's not good. So anyway, we'll get to the health stuff next. Let's just get the business stuff going. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I hope this is inspiring, and I'm going to start documenting all this so you guys can just feel like we're all in it together. So there's nothing more exciting than starting a business and feeling like God has called you to do something in your life and just doing it. So I'm Deb Foglia, and I blog over at Seeking Lavender Lane, and this is video number 1 of sharing my steps to becoming a creative entrepreneur.